The trade you didn't take just went perfectly. And that regret, not greed, is about to cost you real money on your very next trade. Everyone talks about FOMO like it's about greed. Like you're just a hungry animal chasing profits. But that's not what's actually happening in your brain when you watch a skipped setup rocket to the moon. What's really happening is something psychologists call regret aversion. And once you understand it, you'll realize the missed trade isn't the problem. Your reaction to the missed trade is what quietly destroys accounts. Let's start with a simple truth most traders refuse to accept. You will miss winning trades. Constantly. For your entire career. That's not a bug. That's the job. No strategy on earth catches every move. You filter setups. You wait for confirmation. You skip trades that don't fit your plan. And some of those skipped trades, maybe most of them, will go on to win beautifully without you. Now here's where the damage begins. When you watch that skipped trade win, your brain doesn't file it away as a neutral event. It files it as a loss. A painful, personal loss. Think about that. You didn't lose any money. Your account is exactly the same. But emotionally, it feels identical to blowing a trade. That's the strange power of regret. Regret aversion is the deep human drive to avoid the pain of a bad decision, especially when a better choice was obvious in hindsight. And hindsight makes every missed winner look obvious. Here's the cruel twist. Hindsight erases all the uncertainty you actually faced. When you skipped that trade, the outcome was unknown. It could have gone either way. But once it wins, your memory rewrites the story. Suddenly it feels like you knew. Like the signal was screaming at you and you were just too scared or too slow. That false certainty is poison, because it tells your brain a lie, that you can catch these moves next time. And this is the moment FOMO is truly born. Not from greed for the money you didn't make, but from the desperate need to never feel that regret again. So watch what happens next. The next setup appears. It's not clean. It doesn't fit your rules. Normally you'd pass. But you can't. Because passing means risking that awful feeling all over again. So you jump in. Too early. Too big. No plan. You're not trading the market anymore. You're trading against your own regret. And the market punishes that instantly. This is the hidden mechanism. The skipped winner doesn't cost you directly. It costs you through the reckless trade it pushes you into afterward. One phantom loss creates one very real loss. And it compounds. Because that reckless trade often loses. Now you've got a real loss stacked on top of your regret. So you chase again, harder, to make it all back. This is how a single missed trade snowballs into a blown week. Let me give you a concrete picture. Imagine two traders, same skill, same account. Trader A misses a big winner and shrugs. Trader B misses the same trade and burns for hours. By the end of the week, Trader A is flat, calm, waiting. Trader B has taken 6 revenge trades trying to recreate the magic, and he's down 15%. The difference wasn't skill. It was how they processed a trade that never even touched their account. Now here's a question that changes everything. Why does the win you missed hurt more than a loss you actually took? Because a real loss follows your rules. You accepted the risk, you sized it properly, you knew it could happen. Your ego stays intact. But a missed winner attacks your identity. It whispers that you're not good enough, not fast enough, not brave enough. That's why regret aversion is so dangerous. It doesn't threaten your wallet. It threatens your self-image. And humans will do almost anything, including destroy their own accounts, to protect their self-image. So how do you break the cycle? First, reframe what a missed trade actually is. It is not a loss. It is the unavoidable cost of having a filter at all. A rule that lets some winners escape is the same rule that keeps you out of disasters. You cannot have one without the other. The discipline that makes you skip a winner is the exact same discipline that saves you from 10 losers. Celebrate the skip. It proves your process is alive. Second, separate the decision from the outcome. A good decision can have a bad outcome, and a bad decision can get lucky. If you followed your plan and skipped a trade that later won, you made a good decision. Full stop. Judge yourself on your process, never on the result of trades you didn't take. Because obsessing over phantom trades is judging yourself on information you never had. Third, and this is the practical one, when you feel that regret spike, name it out loud. Say it. That was regret aversion, not a signal. The market did not owe me that trade, and the next one is not a rescue mission. Naming the bias creates a gap between the feeling and the action. And in that tiny gap lives your entire edge as a trader. That pause is where discipline actually happens. Finally, keep a mistrade journal, but not to feel bad. Track how often skip setups win versus lose. Most traders discover the skips were a coin flip, and the ones they chased in revenge were far worse. Data kills the illusion of certainty. So here's the real lesson. The trade you skipped that would have won isn't your enemy. Your enemy is the story you tell yourself afterward, and the reckless trade that story pushes you into. Master that, and something remarkable happens. Missed winners stop hurting. You watch them run, you smile, and you wait, calm, for the setup that's actually yours. That emotional freedom is worth more than any single trade you'll ever catch.